Hey everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about my makeup inventory. Also, different setup, you're on a tripod in my living room and I actually cannot see the camera without my glasses on. Today I'm going to be talking about my makeup inventory. I don't actually have the products to show to you in my hands. I actually did bring down some products that I want to talk about in certain categories that I think are going to be used up relatively quickly or relatively soon to smoothen that category. Majority of my categories have actually shrunk or stayed the same size and I did not expect to see this difference. Anyway, enough chit chat, let's just get straight into the numbers. I will insert pictures. The first category on here is brow gel and I had 2 at the beginning of the year and I still have 2 at this point in time. I did actually use up my Benefit Gimme Brow, but I did repurchase that as soon as I used it up. I'm quite happy with 2. My clear brow gel by Pixi is on its way out. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to repurchase a clear brow gel or not yet. I'm quite happy with the size of that category. I think 2 is completely fine for me. I have 1 tinted one, which is my Benefit Gimme Brow, and 1 clear, which is my Pixi by Petra clear brow gel. I don't think I'd repurchase the Pixi one just because I think it's expensive for what it is. This second category is one that I am really proud of. So at the beginning of the year I had 4 brow powders and now I currently have 2. I have the dual-sided one from Revolution and I also have the collection one in the little wand, which I like to do freckles with. For brow pomade slash cushions, I had 2 at the beginning of the year and I now have 1. I just have my 1 brow pomade. I did have a brow cushion, wasn't my shade, and it was completely dry and used up. You guys would have seen that in an empties video. So yeah, I'm very happy with the size of that collection. I definitely don't need more than 1 brow pomade and or cushion in my collection at one time. Then a category that has increased slightly is my primers, my face primers. So I currently, at the beginning of the year, I had 3 face primers. I think I had the Bare Minerals, the Benefit Professional, and 1 other. And I now currently have 4. So I still have the Bare Minerals and the Benefit Professional primers in my collection, but I added 2 more. This year has been the year of discovering primers for me. I'm really interested in trying primers. I never used to use them, so I'm okay with that category increasing a little bit, as well as the fact that I plan to have the Bare Minerals and the Professional one used up completely this year. For foundation, this really, you guys are probably going to be quite confused about this because I have used up a couple of foundations this year in my project pan. However, I have also purchased 2 foundations. So at the beginning of the year I had 8 and at this current moment in time I have 8 still. So the reason for this is because, like I said, I'm trying face-based products this year. I've just really wanted to try new foundations and stuff like that. I used up 2. That was the Revlon Candid foundation and the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation, and I used those both up, but I also purchased new foundations also. Because even though I am still sat at 8 foundations, I actually have 3 in my collection that are either being used up currently or are very close to being used up. So concealers is another category that has stayed the same, even though I have used up a couple this year. At the beginning of the year I had 6 and now I currently have 6 also. However, I do have 2 that are currently almost gone. Those being the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is in my project pan. Right, the next category is colour correctors. At the beginning of the year I had 3. They were little stick ones from Academy of Colour. Now I currently have 1. I think I just kept the green one because I tend to use the green one quite a lot when I do other people's makeup, but I don't actually touch colour correctors in general when I'm doing my own personal makeup. Then we have powder foundations, and I had 2 at the beginning of the year and I currently have 2 now. They're both the exact same as I had at the beginning of the year, so the Laura Geller one and the Bare Minerals one. For powders, this category has dropped by 1, which would be correct because in my project pan I've used up 1 pressed powder. So at the beginning of the year I had 6 and now I currently have 5, with going down to 4 in the next couple of months. Okay, setting sprays, I had 1 at the beginning of the year. I now currently have 1 also. I would like to see an increase in this category. I think maybe 2 would be nice because the one that I have is just a makeup fixing spray, which does help to melt all the powders into my skin and everything like that, but I think I would like a dewy one as well for the summer. For cream slash liquid blushes, I had 3 at the beginning of the year. I currently still have 3. I have 1 in my Partners in Cream project pan, which is almost done. For powder blush, at the beginning of the year I had 8 and I now currently have 8 also. My goal this year isn't really to use up blushes. I just want to hit pan on my blushes in my collection because I can't see myself decluttering any at this moment in time. I may end up decluttering some by the end of the year, but right now I haven't decluttered any from my collection and I just am working on hitting pan in some of them. Blush palettes, at the beginning of the year I had 5, I now currently have 5. I've been really good at not purchasing more in these categories. I am aware that blush is gonna take me a very, very, very long time to use up. So I know that these categories, particularly with my powders, I don't want to increase that much. If at all. For cream bronzer slash contour, I currently have, at the beginning of the year I had 2 and I currently have 1. That is just the Lorazzi one. For powder bronzers, at the beginning of the year I had 5 and I now currently have 5. Yes, you guys know I'm working on my MAC bronzer in my year-long project pan. That is close to being done, but still is going to have like another 3 to 4 months left of use in it. So will take me a while, and then I would like to hit pan on a couple of bronzers ready for next year's pans and stuff like that before the end of the year. But that category I can't see shrinking. If anything, I could see it staying the same or getting a little bit bigger because I love my bronzers and I love trying new ones. For bronzer slash contour palettes, I had 3 at the beginning of the year. I still have 3. One of those may actually end up being decluttered if I do not touch it this summer. And for cream slash liquid highlighters, I have 0. Have no cream slash liquid highlighters. I had the Maybelline one at the beginning of the year, and I had the Doll10 Hydra Glow highlighter that I used up in my project pan. So at the beginning of the year I had 2, now I have none. I will almost definitely be repurchasing a cream formula of highlighter because that is one of my favourite ways to apply highlighter, is as a cream. But powder highlighters, however, this category has not changed. At the beginning of the year I had 12 and I currently have 12 now also. But this collection, I will not buy another highlighter unless I use one up or I declutter one. And those are my rules for my powder highlighters individually and for palettes as well, because I just don't need any more. I'm not a highlighter lover at all. I actually prefer more natural looking highlighters or even cream highlighters I adore. I just don't really, I'm not obsessed with highlighters, guys. I know that's a really unpopular opinion. For highlighter palettes, this is another category that has stayed the same. I had 2 at the beginning of the year. I now currently have 2, both the same ones, the Soph and the Revolution one. Next category is eyeshadow palettes. This is a humongous category for me. I absolutely love my eyeshadow palettes. I adore doing my eyeshadow. I just love them. I'm really trying to not be bad with it. I don't need to be purchasing more because at the beginning of this year I had 30 eyeshadow palettes and I now currently have 28, which I am really, really proud of. I've got rid of 2, I believe. I decluttered 2 and there is a possible 2 more that I could declutter, but my heart is not ready to let go of them just yet. Moving on to single shadows, at the beginning of the year I had 6, I now currently have 5. Not sure where one went. I think it might just be one of the Kiko Milano ones I decluttered after I filmed my first inventory. For liquid slash cream shadows, I had 3 at the beginning of the year and I now currently have 1. And I'm really happy with that number. I don't think that I need any more than that. Moving on to a category that has got a little bit bigger is my glitters slash pigments. This category has increased from 5 at the beginning of the year to 6 now. And I know exactly what shadow did that. I brought a new glitter shower, the blue one. Then a category that has also decreased in size is my liquid eyeliner category. So at the beginning of the year I had 4 and I now currently have 3. For pencil eyeliners, I started the year at 3 and I now currently have 2, one of which is in my Partners in Cream project pan, so that will be used up relatively, well, hopefully by the end of this year. Shadow sticks, I had 1 at the beginning of the year, I now have 1 also. It is in my Partners in Cream project pan also, so hopefully that will be done by the end of the year or relatively soon. For glitter and stamp liners, I had 2 at the beginning of the year, I now have 2 also, a Technique and a Rimmel one. For mascaras, I had 2 at the beginning of the year, I now currently have 2. My favourite L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll Mega Volume one is running out, so this one will be put in my empties probably for this coming month. For false lashes, I started the year at 4, I now have 3 pairs. For lip liners, I had 3 at the beginning of the year and I have 3 currently as well. I actually used up a lip liner and I adding a new lip liner into my collection. For chubby lip pencils, I had 2 at the beginning of the year. I now currently have 1, and we all know which one's missing, and that is the Lacquer & Co Cloud Lip in Daydream, which I am so proud to have used up. So I'm amazed at that. I'm so happy. For liquid/cream lip products, I had 5 at the beginning of the year. I now currently have 5. For lip balm, this area has increased by 1. I know which one it is. I think it's one of my Primark ones, but that is fine. I'm not upset at that or anything. So at the beginning of the year I had 3, and I now currently have 4. For lip gloss, my category has increased a little bit. I did tell you guys, I think it has. I've had a lip gloss moment. I absolutely love lip glosses. I don't really wear lipstick that much, but lip gloss I wear a lot. I wear it on a daily basis. I love it. At the beginning of the year I had 9, now I have 11. It has only increased by 3, so I'm not really too upset by it, but I will have to see that category shrink a little bit. I think 10 is my absolute max, so it's just over that line. For lip tints, at the beginning of the year I had 4, and I now also currently have 4. They're all the same ones. I do want to try and use 2 of these up this year, hopefully. For lip toppers, I had 3 at the beginning of the year, and I now currently also have 3. Again, there's one of these that I could see myself decluttering by the end of the year, so this category might decrease a little bit. And then the final category being lipstick, which is a massive area that I want to target this year. And at the beginning of the year I had 12, and I now currently have 11 and 1 in a Project Pan. This is a category that I really would like to see shrink this year. I don't wear lipstick often enough, and I stick to my favourites all the time, and I don't sway outside of them. That makes the total amount of products in my collection means that from the beginning of the year I had 180 products in total in my makeup collection, including my lip balms. Now I have 167 products. So that means that since I uploaded my makeup inventory at the beginning of the year, I have used up 13 different products, and 6 of which were used up during Project Pans. So 6 makeup products were used up during Project Pan, during my year-long Project Pan this year. And I would love this number to go down to 150 by the end of the year, but I'm not going to make any promises. A particular area for me to keep my eyes on is my lipstick, my lip gloss, my eyeshadow palettes, and my highlighters. Those are problem areas for me, and I would also like to keep an eye on not making my foundation, concealer or primer collections too big. Right now I'm happy with where they are. Maybe a few less foundations once I've tested them and found my favourites. Also maybe a few less concealers once I've tested them and found out my favourites. And that the same goes for primers. So yeah, I don't want to make those collections too big, but I am happy with where they are. If not, then they could shrink a little bit. That's everything for my makeup inventory. Let me know how your guys' makeup inventory went in the comments below. Mine I am very shocked about in a very pleasant way, but I felt like it could have gone either way, to be honest. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and like to see more videos from me, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye!